I have to apologise. I haven't really been out and about hunting that much. I found a few little things here that I'll show you. My main hunting has been for a Toyota Supra, only because I want it, and now I've become obsessed. But I think that problem is over, and I'll explain that in another video. But yeah, I've got one mail call here and some fines. The fines basically was one from Kmart, two from Woolworths, and two mails. So I bought some wheels, some white wheels. I'd like to get into doing wheel swaps, and these wheels will be perfect for what I have in mind. I can't remember how much I paid for. I forgot I'd even bought them, and then they turned up, and I thought, oh, I'd forgotten all about them. But yeah, got them. Got the Monster Jam Fuel Academy. It's a Monster Jam. It's not a Hot Wheels. I really like this one. I think it's pretty cool. It's a bus, obviously. It's nothing special. It's not a treasure hunt or anything like that, but yeah, I quite like that. Fuel Academy Monster Jam. Quite cool. Spinmaster.com. That's who makes them. Next, I found another FJ60. I really like this. This is, I've said it before, this is sort of an iconic car in Australia. We had hundreds and thousands of them. The only difference with ours is back in the day, you probably had the standard wheels, or these wheels were what we call a white steely or Sunraisers, which were very similar to the white wheels that I just showed you. But yeah, I love this. I think this is maybe number 3, and I'll be able to crack one of these open and maybe paint the wheels white like they all were in Australia. But this is a great detail. It's got some heft to it. I like it. Love it. We had twin headlights, single headlights, round headlights, all sorts of different various models. Speaking of different various models, got another Land Cruiser, which is the 80 series. This is cool. I like it because, again, another iconic Australian vehicle. Not that they were made in Australia, but we had lots of them. But the thing that's disappointing to me is when you put that one up against that one. This was a smaller vehicle than that. So which scale is correct? You'd think that maybe this was proper 164, and yeah, when I put the two of them together, I thought, that's just a little bit disappointing to me, because this one should be at least the same size as that. Maybe if they brought that as a premium, it might be, but I don't think that's going to happen. So now we've got a mail call. This is from AliExpress. It feels all right. It's a single car, so we'll just get into it. Pop him open. It's double wrapped, and obviously it's got the big cushion air pillow thingies in there, whatever you call them. I can't even open it. But here we go. The Matchbox. Card's a little bit crumpled by the looks of it. Yeah, card's a little bit. Oh. It is a 1961 Ford Ranchero, or in Australia, it was an XM. I'll have to check that now. Now this in Australia, because the Holden Ute was so popular in Australia, starting out with the 48 215, I think it was, or the FX, what they call the FX, then the FJ, and it carried on. Ford had to combat them because the Ute here in Australia just became so popular and part of our culture that they Ford Australia started bringing in all the panel work for the Ford Ranchero, which they called the um, X XM, I think was something like that. I will look at that and tell you properly. I had to Google it. The first Ford Falcon was an XK, and this is an XK. Like in Australia, this was an XK Ute. In America, it was a Ford Ranchero. Holden started making Utes in like 1951, but Ford were actually the first people in the world. Well, not in the world because there's a bit of contention about that. But the first ones in Australia to make a Ute, which was a utility vehicle, coupe utility. It was called. It was in 1934, and it was a design by an Australian designer, but Ford Motor Company in America weren't real bloody keen on it, but they started making it here, and it became a huge hit. So yeah, but this is cool. I really like it. It's got no details on the front whatsoever. That is horrible. But yeah, it's a bit of Australian history. This. I had a. This is about 1960. I had a 1965 station wagon version of these, which was called an XP. A mate of mine had an XM, which was the next model after this one here. He had a panel van, and another friend had an XP sedan. So these were the cars that I was brought up with, that my mates were driving, sort of thing. And just, yeah, I love a Ute. So there you go. That's about all I found for the week. Hope you enjoyed the little bit of a history lesson for those of you in the States, and maybe even some in Australia that didn't know. But yeah, pretty bloody cool. I like this. Yeah, you killed one nowadays. Look at that. What the hell's going on there? It's just cracked the shits on me. Stay there, you bugger. Yeah, I think this is cool. It's not something you can find on the peg, so yeah, I bought it through AliExpress. I think it cost me about $5 all up, and I reckon it's worth it. All right, that's all for now. Hooroo!